Hey guys, it's Bardia here, and today we're going to be creating a crowdfunding app, or at least the smart contracts for it. And it's going to be decentralized, but it's going to be very similar to Kickstarter. We're not going to be issuing any tokens here. We're just going to be creating a contract which locks some funds up, and you can only really withdraw them once the contributors to the campaign approve the withdrawal. So this is obviously not a foolproof method to stop those who are starting the campaigns themselves from maliciously taking the funds of the potential users and the contributors and just taking and stealing it. But at least this is one step in towards the right direction, and hopefully some people can create some cool tokenomics or incentive structures within this base contract and extend it so that it could actually be one day used in a real app. And the other thing I'm going to be showing you today is the factory pattern, which is a part of object-oriented programming, which is one of the key paradigms used in Solidity code, especially with the contracts. So we're going to be going through that today and showing you how that works. So first things first, make sure you're in the Remix browser. We're going to start a new file. We're going to call it the crowdfunding campaign.sol, Solidity file, and then we're going to declare our Solidity version, and we're going to be using 0.4.25. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to create the base crowdfunding campaign contract, and then we'll create the factory afterwards. So we'll just call it crowdfunding campaign. And within this, we're going to want to have a couple functions and a couple variables. So the first variable we want to address is actually going to be an address, which will be public, and it'll be the owner of the contract. So whoever starts the contract is going to be the owner. And then we're going to want to have a mapping. And if you guys don't know what a mapping is, it's basically just like key value pairs with set types. So in this case, we're creating a mapping between an address and a bool, and that's for to keep track of all the contributors. So they'll have their address and whether they're a contributor or not, true or false. And then uint public, so an unsigned integer for the count of the contributors. So every time there's a contributor, it'll add to this. And then we also want to create an unsigned int for the minimum contribution amount. So when you contribute to the campaign, you have to at least send in a specified amount. So we're going to do a constructor function. So whenever the contract is made, an instance of it at least, we want to take in two parameters. The